Yo.
People upset about that loss. Let's go.
TCS episode 4. So for the radar, we're going to start with Benil St. Margaret and the two players that they had this year who were juniors, so they'll be rising seniors next year. One was Jaleel Donley, and the other was Jalen Wilson. So you want to tell them a little bit about Jalen?
Yeah, Jalen Wilson, I ain't going to lie to you, man. When I even watch some of his game, his style play reminds me of like a Kyle Anderson type player. You know what I mean? Like he's like a real 6'7". Like he's mobile. He's not the fastest, but he makes his moves. Like he gets to his spots, and he definitely effective around the paint area.
Right.
And he did some things this year. He about to be a senior this year. He just dropped 43 on Eden Prairie. Dropped 39 on De La Salle. Got offers from Nebraska, Northern Iowa. So I don't know, man. When it comes to his game, right, I'm definitely gonna be somebody I'm about to watch this year because he really like 6'7". He's not like no fake 6'5". I'm 6'7" with shoes on some brawny stuff. You know, he's not that. So I don't know. I kind of excited.
He also played for Tyler Herro's AAU team right now on the circuit.
He definitely does.
On the YBL circuit. And Tyler Herro's little brother is pretty cold too. I saw a little clip of him.
Which one?
Miles Herro.
Okay.
But yeah, he's so Jalen's making a name for himself right now, so that's good. I think he might even be ranked as the projected number one player in the class next year from Minnesota.
Definitely gonna be top. He has to be at least top 10. He has to be.
Yeah, so he's looking pretty good. And then Jaleel Donley was the other one, and I don't know what offers he got. I think he was averaging about like 15 this year, something like that. But he is a high flyer, like for real. He out here windmilling 360, like. You know, JL, I know you was jumping, you know. So, you know, like jumpers, yeah, he's a pure jumper, real athletic, got a nice jump shot.
What is his game? What is like his game style to you?
Man, his game style. I mean, I don't want to say Ja Morant because that's like probably a stretch, but he's explosive like that. You know what I'm saying?
So I got to check him out now.
Yeah, Jaleel definitely explosive, but when somebody hits the easy windmills, like you know they athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like these smooth ones don't even hesitate. But I would say the one thing about his game, I would have liked to see him like explode to the rack on people more and try to like posterize people more. And you know, who knows though? But he plays a good game. So yeah, those were the two dudes from Benil that we were looking at. Who else we got?
We got what was it?
You got Maddyn, right?
Yep.
Maddyn Greenway.
Okay, so young Maddyn Greenway. Okay, that is Chad Greenway's daughter. She's
legend,
a baller. Real baller. Actually, been seeing her since she was a kid. They done won several state tournaments for Wayzata when Chad was actually coaching them. So to be honest, right here,
Chad was coaching the basketball team?
His two daughters. Yeah,
nice.
So they always have battle. They used to have battle with Coach McCoy's daughter a lot.
Oh, damn, for real? Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
So they really always lost to them, unfortunately, though, I believe. It'd be close games, though. She in 10th grade. That's the funny thing is because I knew Wayzata girls was good. So I actually was looking up Wayzata's girls team to try and see like where she was at.
Right.
And then next thing you know, she on the first page of the Minnesota girls basketball hoop in Providence. So she's at Providence.
Is Providence in that area? Like, where is Providence even?
I think it's in St. Paul, isn't it? Or Minneapolis somewhere, maybe.
I think it's like around Venice Heights, maybe. I might be wrong, but somewhere.
It's outside St. Paul.
Right outside. Okay.
One of our little suburbs. Yeah.
But shoot, she put them on the map. Wholeheartedly, they won state this year in the 2A. So shouts out to them. She already got over 3,000 points already as a sophomore.
As a sophomore.
It's buckets.
Hard.
The game sliders are up with her. That's crazy.
Green light.
Yeah, that's shout out to her. That's amazing right there. 3,000.
Her heart is crazy though. That's one thing I will give her. Her heart as a sophomore, it's gonna be tough for her.
Both of his daughters are they both guards?
Yep.
Okay, both guards.
The other girl, she more of a right now. She on a catch and shoot mode.
Okay.
Because she just kind of younger. She like 7th grade.
Another topic too for one day is how young the kids are playing in high school these days.
It used to be. I remember it's funny that you say that because, like you just said, when it was happening, the first person I met that was young playing varsity, I didn't believe him, was Taylor. I swear to God, I went to Ramsey with Taylor, and Taylor, we used to hoop in Ramsey in the morning.
Right.
He never used to hoop. He didn't play for the team at Ramsey or nothing. And the people was like, oh, he's cold. And I'm just like, if you met Taylor, you'd be like, if you didn't know him, you'd be like, he can't hoop. Yo take smaller.
He played for who?
When he played early for Central, didn't he? Was
a freshman.
Yeah, he was playing. Yeah, that like literally, that was like the norm then, and that wasn't even the norm then.
Right.
But it's like nowadays, it's like 7th grade, 6th grade. Sometimes you be seeing about. So it's like I don't know when that started because like the age level was just like dropping. It's like you was the man if you was like playing a freshman on varsity. Now it's like that's like expected now. If you like,
it used to be happening.
Well, before that.
But then that A-Rob and them messed all that up.
Oh, that's an interesting topic.
Transfer rules,
the transfer rules.
So then they stopped letting 8th graders play varsity and stuff like that. But because A-Rob started out playing varsity at Humboldt as an 8th grader.
She went to Humboldt.
I
thought it was. Did she go to Johnson or she was about to go to
Johnson? She went to high school.
Okay.
She started out at Humboldt Middle School. So while she was in middle school, she was playing varsity for Humboldt.
She's a legendary, one of the most legendary hoop female figures in this state.
Angel Robinson,
hands down.
I tell people all the time, like when they, and I love Paige and I love all the people now, but like back in the day, like Angel and Taylor Hill was one of them ones. Like it didn't matter, boy or girl. Like you'll get check up, you'll get it. So
I agree. I see.
Definitely give her flowers, man. I seen Angel work up close and personal, and she was really like that. For sure. But yeah, shout out to Providence. I think that's gonna be a good school to watch because. You got AP's daughter, you got Chad Greenway's daughter. They're gonna have a lot of motion. They're gonna have a lot of
crazy.
Picture, pulling up, see AP and Chad at a game, cheering their daughters on. That environment's gonna be crazy. And she just hit a game winner. I believe it was in state on the in the AAU. So big shouts out to her.
She did that plan up.
Exactly.
Clean up, man. That's different right there, man.
And then who else we got?
I think we got CJ Armstrong, and I personally wanted to do the report on him because I coached against him, and he's just a nice player, and just some eye-popping stats is he never scored single digits. You know what I'm saying? Not once. And in about 30 games, never scored under 10. He had no, not ever, but this season as a junior. He's a junior right now. Lengthy guard, about 6'2", 6'3". Got a kid that definitely I want to see him progress, but he got everything. Like he doesn't have really a weakness. I won't say nothing great yet. He can shoot. He can if he gets hot, he gonna hit it. He can get to the basket. He can dunk the ball. He can play some defense. He can, create for others. But just what he did for Richfield this year, nothing, like I said, nothing under double digits. Only scored in the teens twice. He had 6 20-point games, 14 30-point games, 2 40-point games, and he started the season off with 2 50-point games back-to-back. Right. He averaged 32 this year as a junior.
He got to get it done tomorrow.
No, he went crazy. And personally coaching against him, thank God, shouts out to Tartan High School. We got the win that night, but we definitely prepared for him all week, and he is going to be a joy to watch as a senior year.
Moment of silence. Let's give him a Don DeMarco.
Starting the year off of 250, as a coach, you looking to see, matchups, and this kid going for 50 back-to-back. Like, all right, we got to start game plan in about a month. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts out to CJ. I want to see, what you do your senior year.
Yeah. Shout out to him for keeping it up, though.
No, for sure. That's consistently.
Yeah, a lot of kids go crazy early.
Then they have slumps. They'll have games where they're 12, 16, where other team had to step up. You said this dude only scored in the teens twice?
His high was 52. His low was 16. 16 and 18, that's his lowest games. Everything else, he's giving you a dub. Average 32.
That's efficient.
Very, very efficient.
At Richfield. Yeah, I ain't going to lie. The first time I heard about him was the beginning of this past season. They played Two Rivers first game of the year, and my nephew go to Two Rivers. He was like, yeah, man, varsity, this dude scored 50 on us. I was like, man, you woofing. Yeah, he a freshman, so I'm thinking he woofing. Like, somebody scored 50. Boy, I looked at that box score. 50. Yeah, so, CJ's nice. And not to backtrack on Maddyn, but she had pretty much 350 balls too. So, like, they out here.
Coming from, like, bro, we was when you dropped 30.
30, we was.
You were like, what?
The man.
30? I remember, man. That's why it's like, what, 50?
50 be like, nah, he shooting too much. Like, ain't no way you got 50.
Bro, don't even, in my mind, it's like, how do you get 50 points? That's crazy. But a shout out to all them. Shout out to them.
Shout out to the name, though. That means
you just
missed so much. But also, she got the green light, though. So
yeah,
she could miss a lot of stuff.
That's one thing too. A lot of these players have that, and it's not like no bitter shade. It's just at this point, like high school coaches, to me, depending if you like a big program, you gotta let the players be the players, and that's what the coaches are doing now. They're not trying to be like a college coach, like a Coach K, like, you know what I mean, like a Bill Self. They're not trying to take over no more. They're letting them do them, and that's what you get when you're confident. Because we all know, we all play for coaches who you can't even play your game. You're just like, man, this motherfucker might take me out. I might
dim your light for sure.
Yeah, so it's like we gotta run the system. No, the system is to get buckets. So
Run.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's.
I do think it's two reasons for that though. I think one, I think the kids are a little bit better, but I do also think now loyalty is what are you doing for me? Right. It ain't really like I'm loyal to you. It's like, what you doing for me? Yeah. I can get my son up out of here or my daughter up out of here real quick, and
they can go somewhere else and flourish.
And do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit scarier these days. I think for coaches, they like, I got a good one. How tough can I coach them? You know, once you get them to buy in, it's you got them. But you know, when they 9th grade, 10th grade, you got to be on eggshells a little bit and making sure you let them ball because they'll get up out of there on you these days.
I feel that. How many of us grew up and was like, we done been done this way by a certain coach? I for sure make sure my son or my daughter ain't doing this. So yeah, you better come correct.
That's
I appreciate that though.
No, and that's literally what I was gonna say. It's like the lesson we go learn from it. It's like, all right, it's cool. We see what you did there, but it can't happen again. No. We will not have it.
We'll be up out of here.
We will not have it.
At least he fighting for him.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, like you can complain, you can feel like maybe he's doing too much because sometimes he is, but sometimes it's like, shoot, he fighting for his son. He want what's
it's
right
only
for his
one.
son.
It's only one shot at this shit.
One shot.
Yeah. I tell people, man, my dad recorded my games my senior year. If I didn't have them, I would have no take this into no school.
No.
I would have nothing. I used to try to use there. I used to try to ask, bro. Used to. I'm like, man, we just beat Congo by like 50. I just was ahead like 7. Like, come on, man, give me the tape. But
I don't know what that is.
I don't get that. Like, bro, we still have. Like, I understand.
That man's tripping.
Cause I get the concept of, okay, we just lost. You don't want to see your highlights and that's big. I get that.
Right.
But it's like, bro, at the end of the day, I need the highlights. I need them.
I feel like that was like a certain thing that happened though through that era though, cause like no one has tapes, and I love this for these young kids that have this. But you know, like my senior year, there's no tape.
I talk about that all the time.
No tape.
Y'all had the most bountiest team of that time, and that's why it's like
I really wish people could see what I seen on a daily night.
Documented.
You know what I'm saying?
How? It's like him and Taze. They was going crazy. Him and Tay was going crazy. That's why I'm like, there's no tape of this.
Come on, man.
Only tape I've seen of Tay is the college shit. That's the only thing I've seen of him. I'm like, there's no central footage of this dude. That don't even make sense.
Yeah. Gate kept.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, you're good.
Let's get into it.
But yeah, all these topics, we can talk about this stuff all day. So, Wolves lost to the Mavs, the Wolves, RIP, see you next year.
Look at this dude. Here we go.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of two things. I want to see y'all reaction on that, but also this whole concept of like Minnesota natives rooting for the team or not rooting for the team. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, being from Minnesota, I'm rooting for all the Minnesota teams. And even when we down 3-0 and no teams ever come back, I'm saying we winning.
Look, he's smiling over there. You want to say your piece over there?
Let me say something, because that's one thing I don't get. And there's certain people who you'll see them on this platform. Now we're gonna ask them, or at least one of them for sure. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm gonna read next. I'm coming to you next, man. I don't get it, because my thing is, I understand if you don't like one team, if you don't like one of our teams, I get it. But how's your baseball team is not a Minnesota team, the basketball team's not a Minnesota team, the Lynx, you don't like the Lynx, you don't like no Gophers team. It's like, what is the issue? I want to know. You're a guy who we see do this.
I don't think he has a Minnesota team.
He does have a Minnesota team. I know he likes the Dallas Cowboys, and on the back. And as far as basketball, I feel like he just Bron. I don't.
Young Bron.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like he just Bron. I don't think he has a basketball team.
I'm really rooting for you.
Yeah.
People I like.
So what is it? You live here. You from Minnesota. Why don't you root for a Minnesota team?
I do though.
Who?
I like the Gophers.
Okay.
Just whenever they ain't playing Michigan State, as far as basketball goes.
So now you're Michigan State.
No, as far as
basketball.
Yeah, football. I cheer for the Gophers. You know, when they had good years, they had Tyler Johnson and them running. I was happy to see that.
Right, that was nice.
It's good for the town for sure. I like baseball because Joe Mauer used to play for my dad growing up, so I always fucked with the Twins.
Shout out to Jimmy Lee.
Legendary. So I like the Twins, but I don't mess with the organization, like the heads, the administration of the Vikings or the Timberwolves. They just some of the dumbest moves you can ever make. Even now, think about it. Right now, they got a hold up on the sale of the team because the owner is also BS.
Right.
I hear you, but your owner is Jerry Jones. Though.
I was just about to say you love the Dallas Cowboys.
What are you doing?
Okay, now I can give you a backstory on that. Right.
Let's go.
I never had a favorite team growing up. I always had favorite players. Terrell Owens was my favorite player. So he just ended up staying longer at Dallas at the time. When we kids, we really don't play attention to sports like that. We try to get outside and play that shit. So I don't watch games like that when I was a kid. My dad used to try to make me, but as kids, we not trying to watch that shit. It's boring after a while. Playoffs always been lit, but like regular season shit, I ain't really trying to watch that. So, but Terrell Owens was there kind of the longest after he left the Eagles. So. I just started liking the team, liking the organization, liking the colors. Some of the people they had on defense I was rocking with them. So it was like, oh, okay. Then of course they had my boy Marion Barber. Yeah. He was from the town too. So it was like, again, I'm cheering for somebody from the hometown and also one of my favorite players. So it just made it easy for me to like that.
So basically, it's the organ. So like, if you don't really mess with it's hard for you to like a team because the organization or how.
Yeah. Because how do you explain drafting Johnny Flynn?
Ooh.
Well. Let's be honest.
Let's
be honest.
And Rubio.
Rubio pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we passed on your mans.
Who you didn't draft.
We passed on
Steph Curry.
His mans. That's what threw me off. But
Johnny
Flynn, I feel like that was just Johnny Flynn just he just I don't know what happened. You said he was doing that Syracuse that year.
No, I won't lie, but
you wouldn't have took.
I would have took him at number 5, and I'm a big Johnny Flynn.
2 guards at that.
I
you ain't taking
him
2
right
guards.
after I just took Ricky Rubio.
Right.
Didn't we draft Ty Lawson too?
Mm-hmm.
Right after that,
they drafted Wes Johnson.
Ooh, at like number 4
in the first round. I think it was maybe Wayne Ellington, one of them.
Yeah, Wes Johnson went high the year he went.
I think he was the next year.
Okay, so that's your reason. Yeah. What do you? Cause when you look around, do you see a lot of people who don't have a valid reason trying to just hate on Minnesota teams though?
I'm gonna keep it real.
I won't necessarily call you like when I think of people that we were talking about like people that root against the team. I wouldn't say that about you. You kind of be. You kind of be objective to the situation. You kind of don't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
No, because I'm still fan. Like, I love basketball. Like, I'm a real fan of Anthony Edwards. I'm a real fan of the boy Justin Jefferson because I'm always going to be a fan of greatness. That's one thing I never hate on. If you're a great player or whatever, you do great things, I'm always respect that, and I'm always like that. So
he's low-key a Timberwolves fan, y'all. We just got
I love Ant Edwards. Here's the thing. I love Ant Edwards.
Welcome home, man.
I love Carl. Everybody know I love Carl.
Carl, I'll give you that. You're the biggest Carl.
My mans. I wish he would play a lot better, more consistently for sure. I will say that. He makes it hard sometimes to support him and try to speak up for him. But also, the organization, I just think the team was good, but I don't know if it was built for Cat really to dominate. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go to you, Jaleel. What's your opinion on all this and on all of this? Why do Minnesota natives go against the home team? What's your perspective and thoughts?
First off, I truly want to shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves because a lot of people, Minnesota is so iffy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, like, we got to the, and I've watched it. For the last couple of years, we went to a lot of games, and everyone knows me. I'm a Steph Curry fan. Mm-hmm. I love the Warriors, right? And so, for even me to say why is people hating on the Wolves, you see, I got my stuff. Went to the game last night. Was there? You see, I got to ask her like, hey, Luka, you nice, but man, we don't like you around here. But
shout out to your viral video. That shit got like 30K on my Instagram.
It's a lot of sad people in here. It's a lot of sad people here. I'm sorry. He's sick. I know he is. Hey, yes, sir. But my man's with me. Yes, sir. Show me some love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 20 years. He's sick behind me. He's fucking sick. He's fucking sick. Let's go!
Yeah. Denver Nuggets fans was hurt. It's a little karma for me, but the Denver Nuggets fans was hurt.
Drop you out there, bro.
Hey, they tried.
Hey, what happened? Did his dad run up on you?
Oh yeah, so. So there's a little video. So we're in the suite, you know what I'm saying, and they all talking greasy the whole game. Right? I'm taking it. You know, we got this. Tides turn, tables turn, and it got tight. So his dad was unfortunately like 6'9", and he was big country cool. And we was cool. We was chopping it up. Hey, we was cool, chopping it up, having a drink. Well, when his team went under, and what I'm saying, I think son ran back to Pops like, hey, he's talking shit. He ran down on me like, won't suck. I'm like, all right, dog. You got it. But fuck the Nuggets, you know what I'm saying? But no, that was it was a good experience, and you know what I'm saying. We've been locked in. I want to shout out to Heem, you know what I'm saying. Raheem, with the Globetrotters.
Yeah, shout out to bro, for sure.
Shout out to bro for sure. He tapped in and he tapped us in with the Wolves for the last 2 years, and got to experience that with my son.
So he got to pull up here one of these days.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? And anyone that shake my son's hand and show love to my son, I'm locked in. So but. As to say that though, for all the haters, I'm a Warriors fan. I'm a Steph Curry fan. I show love to the Wolves. It's my city, so we so wishy-washy. We don't want to be from the city. We don't want to root for the city. But I'll tell you this, I travel a lot. Everywhere I go, they rock with Minnesota. So I don't know why we don't rock with Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't like the Timberwolves, if the finals would have came here, what would have done that for the city like?
It would have been lit.
You know what I'm saying? Some people think that was the NBA All-Star game was weak. When bro was probably in the suburbs of Chicago, but that's another story for another time. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. But I was there, and I ain't gonna let nobody lie to you. I was there in 2018 at the Super Bowl, and it was lit. We was outside all night. You know what I'm saying? Liquor sales started on Sunday, damn near after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was lit. So don't ever let no one say the city can't get lit. And it's in the summertime. Come on, man. The finals would have been turned
the
up.
MLB was lit.
You know what I'm saying?
How you 2 years old and say the All-Star game was lit?
How you 3 years old? You know what I'm saying?
But that wasn't what I was going to say to your question.
Oh, man.
I think majority of the people that hate from the town are really from the town.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Just to be honest.
That might honestly their home team, their sports team doing good. They say everybody's loving it. Here, it's like, don't get me wrong. I feel like this year we definitely have seen the most support we've seen in years, really, because we was just winning. But
that's how it be.
But that's how it be. Yeah. But it's just still kind of outlandish to me. If you ask me, that's just
the season's a success to me, though.
Oh no, we had a successful season.
We went out sweet. It was disappointing. It was hurtful. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. We haven't been to the Western Conference Finals in 20 years. 20. I'm 30. I was 10. Younger than her.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's why it's like that's history. But that's
kind
of how I feel about that. Y'all kind of both hit it on the money. How you said it and how you said it. They're really not from here. So I agree. They're not from here. Or they don't want to be from here. They ashamed to be.
I ain't from Minnesota. I just went to Webster.
Minnesota. Them are the ones that are weird to me. Like, why are you lying about where you from?
That's weird. As a grown man. Like, come on, bro. That's wild.
Shout out to all my homie transplant, though, that came here, for whatever reason. Shout out to the homies, though. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are.
Speaking since we
I didn't mean to hit you.
I was going to say, we was already talking about the Wolves. I'm just going to switch over to that one. The Timberwolves Western Conference shit. We kind of were just talking about all that. But now the actual series. I ain't gonna lie. We all watched the game. I feel like everybody here, I respect their basketball mind, their sports opinion. What do y'all say was the biggest issue with us in that series?
No offense.
Let me start with, you start, J.O., then, go ahead.
I'd say a lack of offense, really.
No, you can talk.
Stale, super stale. But as a person who watched almost all the Wolves games for the past 5 years plus, yeah. That's always been our issue.
Do you think when they came into game one, I already knew game one we were going to be tired from the game 7. Do you think the narrative that they were trying to push initially when we lost the first 2 games, Ant-Man's tired, do you think that was a real thing?
Well, Ant said, I think in the press conference, the last game, that he got to prepare his body more. He wasn't conditioned to play this long. I think he said something like that in this last game, yeah.
I don't like that, but all right. How you feel about that, J.O.?
I mean, three quick things, because I watched it. One, the reporter asked a good question, and everyone laughed at him.
What
you know what I'm saying? When the reporter asked both of them, and they said, how much do we got to lose? You haven't lost on this stage yet. And look at it. Luka lost to Curry. You know what I'm saying? Tatum lost to Curry. I'd be very surprised if Boston doesn't win this series. You gotta take your lumps. You don't know how. I think we fizzled out. I think that mile high is real. We was battling out there, and and we just lost our legs. And the third thing, and this stat is crazy, since Game 2 against Denver, after Game 2 against Denver, we went 1-6 at home. We could not defend home court, and we had the home court advantage in Dallas, and we stole it from Denver. We cannot win one game at home in a 6-game stretch in the playoffs. You can't win like that.
It's just impossible.
My biggest takeaways, truthfully, was, to be honest, it's just not much you can do when greatness is coming at you. No, I'm just saying.
No, that's the real.
There's not much you can do.
I watched that. Yeah, you go ahead.
I watched Luka. I watched Kyrie. It wasn't bad defense being played out there. Like all of Luka and Kyrie shots there was a hand in their face or nearby. Like for real, there were some blown mistakes, but that happens in basketball.
From the refs or?
No, I'm talking about like blown mistakes on the defensive end.
I think the refs let them play, bro.
The refs was letting them play for real.
I think they let them. I really legitimately think they missed a couple calls, but the calls they missed, we was already down by like fucking 30.
I'm just talking about the whole
overall of it.
The whole overall, like you lost game 1, you was winning majority. Luka and Kyrie bring that home. You know what I'm saying? Down the stretch, Kyrie has a great first half, which he hasn't been doing the whole playoffs. He's been letting Luka cook in the first half. And then he cooked in the second half. So he come out, cook you in the first half. A little motivated because Ant was a little excited. Definitely got to know who you're talking to.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to say I kind of think a little bit of it. And I love him. You fuck with him. He talk too much sometimes. I do your thing, I get it. But like when he said that, I was watching the game. I was like, geek me one Game 7. He said, who guarded Kyrie? Don't let the reporters trick you. Right. He said, I'm guarding Kyrie. I was like, I know Kyrie got somewhere with candles lit, meditating. He's like, what? He wasn't even watching TV. He just heard it. He sensed it like. And then they asked him about it. They asked him about it, and they asked him. They said straight, shacking him after game 1. He said, did that motivate you? Well, yeah, I was sitting at home with my daughter, and it motivated me. I'm like, So, I don't know. I think it was, like you said, we got to where we got to, and it was a good season. It was a success season. We're a young team. We're like one of the third youngest teams, right?
With our stars locked up for at least 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Rudy 2 more and everybody else like 3+.
And that's another thing that people are saying now. Like I'm seeing people after we lost, they're saying, "Oh, we should try." I said, "No, we got to run it back with this same team, but you got to add a true point guard, and I would say we need a wing shot creator. We good on the defense from Ant to McDaniels to Rudy and Carl. Carl does dumb shit, but he's not like no super Snell on defense. He could play a little bit of defense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's just a little OC
Do
with the fouls.
Nas' contract is he a
Nas got re-signed last summer.
So we're good.
We need, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If somehow he became cheap, and I know if y'all might be like, "Oh, you crazy, you tripping." I think Kyle Kuzma coming off the bench could help us.
He could.
Kyle Kuzma. I would say Jordan Poole. He really dropped. I don't know about him after the year he just had, but
he could
we need one of those. Like I'm surprised we didn't use what's dog's name. We just
Monte Moore.
Yeah, Monte Moore. I'm like, why didn't we at least bring him in? Because we were struggling with finding a shot at certain points. It's like there's no offense. Ant's tired. Like Carl can't really,
I know who I would like and bring Mike Conley off the bench, but people will think I'm crazy. I would actually like Ben Simmons if he can get healthy.
No, I would take Ben, but I can't pay him $40 million a year.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Ben,
you had your season. Now you gotta take this.
Work, man.
No, I hear you. So we can get this figured out, but limited minutes. Conley can finish your games off. Defender. Now he can guard Luka. He's not looking for his shot, so and he's looking to get someone else involved. Just tell him when you go to the rim, go to dunk on someone. You know what I'm saying?
I think with him and Rudy out there though, you're handicapped.
Yeah.
In this day and age, because it's like positionless basketball. You're in this day and because Rudy. That's why even when Luka hit the shot, I'm sitting here looking like. That's how I know a lot of people didn't play basketball. Because I was like, first off, it was a wrap the moment he got that switch. McDaniels knew. He said, he knew. There was nothing Rudy could do in that. If Carl would have been out there, I think Carl could have forced him to maybe, because he's faster. He could have made him like, all right, I'm not going to, it's going to be a harder 3 to shoot. But Luka going to get that shot off regardless. It's like he said. Well, yeah, that's what they should have done.
Why didn't we do that all game though, Coach? Like, why didn't we get the ball out of his hands and make Gafford and Lively continuously beat us from the mid post? Like, I don't understand why we didn't do that.
Well, 2 reasons. I think, for one, you don't want to give them too much confidence the role players too much confidence. You do kind of want to keep it to make them role players because if they like you seen what PJ Washington did against OKC, he had a couple of 20-point games and then now he looking like the best player in that series for them.
Right.
He's about to get paid.
He about to get some money. But I will say, I think they would have eventually done something different if you would have kept doing that. Just to say that, I think they should have just kept switching it up, but they should have known which personnel to do what with. Like you shouldn't be trapping with Rudy.
That's why Ryan. That's why people. That's why Kyle Anderson was in the game so much. People's like, why is he in the game? I'm like, bro, for defense, he's there for that. Y'all don't understand. Like you said, Lively and the other big dude. Bro, them dudes is athletic as fuck, man. Like they're athletic as fuck. Kyle Anderson. I'd rather have him and Carl there than Rudy and Carl. It's just I don't know.
We didn't go at Luka either too much. He was hiding in the corner.
Bro, they was putting him on the most. Whoever was not finna score, that's who he was guarding.
We should have, man. Why not screen and roll McDaniels and then dump off McDaniels, get downhill or something?
There's so much we could have done, but at the end of the day, when I even watched the game, them motherfuckers was making shots, and we weren't making.
Finch getting hurt.
We weren't making none. So
that
Finch getting hurt.
The next one.
The biggest thing is that I'm gonna say this is the last thing. My biggest takeaway: the Wolves' commitment to wanting to leave Rudy in those last last minute stretches, and stuff like that. When he clearly
had him on skates.
That's their biggest downfall. Even if so, next year they can come do the same thing. If they're still, because I remember listening to the people talk about that was the deal Finch made with Rudy. Like,
so that was a real thing. I heard that.
Yeah, when he was saying to do the game, he told him like, "We gonna have you in the game. We ain't gonna be sitting you down.
You're gonna finish the game essentially."
Right.
Like, no,
Pumping his ego.
That's the thing about coaching. You got to make fucking adjustments.
So let's real quick talk about the WNBA. You about to go to a game tonight?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So the Lynx. So first of all, pretty much old players against young players. And like it's the thing in sports all the time. What y'all think about the young players coming in this year? They got a lot of attention on them. You know, Brink, Reese, Clark. You know, but you still got the vets balling out. Like all the top stat leaders right now are the vets right now.
Mad they got that bag.
No.
And they mad they got that bag. And when I get it,
Right.
they have every right to be upset, but keep it clean.
All right.
And don't get me wrong, it is basketball. We do want to see physicality, but I feel like some of the stuff that we've been seeing, like this, the Caitlin Clark stuff is cool. Caitlin Clark and Victoria, Vivians.
Yeah, Vivians, yep.
They got into the little scuffle. I thought that was just basketball stuff.
Right.
Like Caitlin hit a three. She's talking trash to her. Old girl walks up on her like she gonna really hit her though. I'm like, it's basketball.
It's entertainment too.
It is WWE.
Like, we need to see something.
I get it.
17 points a game from Clark though. She balling out.
It has to be some type of. It's real beef, bro. Because they never got the money. They come in now. They get charter flights now because of Caitlin. All this recognition. I think the Fever got like 23 national televised games.
Yeah,
They should.
they should.
They don't
Yeah.
know how many games is in the WWE.
Probably about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dog, look at that. Like, so I understand their frustration, but at the end of the day, you can't blame the rookies. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
You know who it reminds me of?
What?
When LeBron came in, they
Darius Miles
Man,
and
we already
what's my
got
boy
someone in
name?
his position.
Ricky Davis. Yeah, they was hating.
Man, I'm saying.
Baldwin was hating. Even Paul Pierce was hating.
Oh, he's a. I'm surprised KG finally gave Bron his flowers and like, man, he was treating Paul Pierce like, man, stop.
Because sometimes you gotta watch what you say because people can't go back and research.
True.
All right.
That's the truth.
Like when he said he was better than Dwayne Wade.
What Jalen Rose do?
Jalen Rose, body pack.
Hold on, let's go back to that. Okay, the next day you wasn't even ready for it. Yeah, let's go over
He
what you
didn't
said.
think that was gonna
yesterday.
happen. But what's y'all whole opinion on it, man? How y'all feel about the WNBA, the rookies versus the vets? What's y'all thoughts?
Me personally, I feel like this is the best draft class that they've had as far as everyone. Mm-hmm. They've been having the Breanna Stewarts here and there, the Maya Moores,
Aguma K's,
here and there, and it do be, but like this first round draft this year, all them girls you do damn near.
Yeah.
So that's
Big
why
names.
you're now getting recognition now for the league. That you got to put Caitlin's games on TV because she's the one with the following. You can't hate on that. You just got a ball now when it's your time.
And the
When
one,
your team come on defense or on TV, it's time for the ball.
and she the one making 25, 30 footers. Like that's what we want to see.
That's why us dudes watch. I mean, let's be real. I know all of us. We like basketball in general.
Yeah.
Watching Caitlin Clark was different. To see a girl doing that, it was like when Jimmy Fredette was doing that stuff at BYU. She's like, that's why I was like, wow, the excitement. Like, That's entertaining to see that. It's like Steph. It's like the Steph Curry. Why we like him? Why we attract to him?
What tournament was better this year?
The women's.
The women's, hands down.
I only watched the Final Four.
You know what I'm saying?
I only watched the Final Four, bro.
That's tough.
Anyway, that'll be another time. That'll be another topic.
Unbiasedly, I think the women's got a lot more attention. To be honest, I think they have bigger names. I'll say that because I can't really remember besides UConn's team and then Zach Edey and then for Purdue. I really don't remember.
I don't remember none of these dudes, bro.
But the big names was matching up against each other round after round.
That's why I said they had the bigger names. Yeah. I can't say that the basketball was totally better.
I wasn't saying that, but
Not
the tournament.
basketball.
The tournament was
More hype.
I get how you're looking at it now. Like not the actual basketball that was being played.
No, I don't know. It was down the Final Four for the women's. Totally, as overall, I think was better than the boys. But to see UConn go back to back was crazy.
Yeah, shout out to them. They got a squad too over there.
All right, I want to hold off on the sports betting for now.
Yeah, we could probably hold off on that.
All right, for sure. Yep. TCS episode 4. TCS Radar episode 4. Get it right, for sure. All right, see y'all later.